Coronation Street is preparing to deliver even more drama surrounding Theo Silverton, as the dangerous character may once again consider taking a life. Over the past few months, Theo has used a series of manipulative and controlling behaviors to keep his boyfriend Todd Grimshaw under his influence. His actions have included aggressive outbursts and emotional abuse, showing that his darker side seems far from finished. Theo's growing jealousy over Todd's close bond with Billy recently pushed him to commit his most shocking crime yet. During the devastating multi-vehicle crash in the spin-off Corriedale, a crossover that brought together characters from Coronation Street and Emmerdale, Theo abandoned the vicar in a minibus and left him to die. In episodes scheduled for next week, Theo's anger will shift towards a new person after he develops an intense dislike for James Bailey, who is seen offering support to Todd inside the Rovers. Theo, currently living apart from Todd after another explosive argument, becomes increasingly obsessed and possessive. Actor James Cartwright, who plays Theo, explained, "Theo completely despises James. He's good-looking and confident, everything Theo feels he isn't. Theo has always struggled when he's around gay men who are open and comfortable about who they are." He added that Theo has never truly accepted his own identity, despite living openly as a gay man. Seeing someone like James who is confident, proud, and honest about himself only fuels Theo's jealousy and insecurity. According to Cartwright, Theo has never fully come to terms with who he is, so watching James confidently interact with Todd, especially knowing James may have feelings for him, sends Theo into a rage. Joking about the situation, the actor remarked that if James had been the one driving the minibus, Theo would not have let him walk away alive. As Theo's fury threatens to focus on James, viewers can also expect major revelations elsewhere in the ITV soap, particularly when Megan Walsh's troubling secret involving Will Driscoll is finally exposed in upcoming episodes. 3 major developments are coming up in Coronation Street, including the emotional funeral of Jim McDonald, a new rivalry for Jody Ramsey, and Sam Blakeman continuing to struggle with his past involving Megan Walsh. The drama begins at the flat where Todd Grimshaw and Summer Spellman sing Happy Birthday to Theo Silverton. As Theo opens his presents, however, his reaction suggests he is far from impressed. Later at the bistro, Theo invites Gary and Maria Windass to join him for a birthday dinner while Todd is still stuck at work. When Todd eventually rushes in late, Theo shoots him an angry look. After the meal, Theo pushes the bill towards Todd and insists they also pay for Gary and Maria's food. Embarrassed, Todd admits to Nick Tilsley that he only has 80 pounds available. Back at the apartment, Theo blames Todd for ruining his birthday and orders him to fetch a bottle of wine. When Todd suggests having coffee instead, Theo loses his temper. Over the next few days, Todd keeps himself shut inside the flat, constantly worried that Theo could show up unexpectedly. Meanwhile, at the funeral parlor, George Shuttleworth becomes increasingly stressed after yet another client cancels their arrangements. At the Rovers' return, George, Christina Boyd, Sarah Platt, and James Bailey try to cheer Todd up, but when Todd notices Theo nearby, he panics and quickly leaves the pub. Theo follows Todd outside and asks if they can talk things through. Later on, as James helps a drunken Todd home, Theo secretly watches them from the shadows. Things escalate when Theo overhears Summer telling George that James spent the night sleeping on the sofa. Soon afterwards, at Speed Dahl, Theo spots Adam Barlow meeting a woman. When Gary reveals the woman is Annie, who has accused George of fraud, Theo realizes he could use the situation to his advantage and decides to approach her. Not long after, George is devastated when Todd and Christina read out fake online articles attacking his reputation. Over at the Rovers, Maggie Driscoll also reads the stories and worries the pub could be damaged by association. When Maggie sees George at the bar, she angrily calls him a fraud and bans him from the pub. Todd and Christina step in to defend him, but Maggie immediately bans them too. Elsewhere, Amy Barlow excitedly announces she is going on her first proper date with Ollie Driscoll. Lauren Bolton looks uncomfortable when she hears the news. While serving drinks, Lauren slips and accidentally spills a drink all over Amy. The awkward moment leaves everyone wondering how Ollie will react. The next day, it appears the situation has blown over, as Amy happily talks about how well her evening with Ollie went. At the Rovers, Ollie reveals he's taking Amy out for dinner at Speed Dahl, much to the delight of Steve McDonald and Ben Driscoll. Despite not approving of Lauren and Ollie's relationship, Maggie secretly encourages Lauren to go home, get dressed up, and show up at the restaurant to remind Ollie what he's missing. During the date, Amy and Ollie seem to be enjoying themselves until Lauren walks in looking stunning. Ollie struggles to take his eyes off her. Afterwards, Ollie discovers Maggie encouraged Lauren to interrupt the date and confronts her about interfering. Lauren then admits to Ollie that she still cares about him and regrets ending their relationship. Meanwhile, Steve asks Ben to attend the funeral of his father, Jim McDonald, with him because he needs support. Tim Metcalf feels jealous and points out that he actually knew Jim, unlike Ben. When Ben says he plans to accompany Steve simply to help him through the day, Maggie reacts with little sympathy. Steve grows increasingly nervous about the funeral, especially since Liz and Andy have chosen not to attend due to their long-standing issues with Jim. Elsewhere on the street, David the dog relieves himself on Adam Barlow's new car. Adam becomes furious when Jody fails to take the situation seriously. Inside the cafe, Tracy Barlow notices the dog behind the counter and warns Jody she could report her to environmental health officials. Meanwhile, Adam suggests to Alia Nazir that they reward themselves for working so hard by booking a holiday together. Alia initially seems delighted but becomes uneasy after receiving a mysterious text message. In another storyline, Sam Blakeman becomes ill at the bus stop and suddenly vomits, prompting Leanne Battersby to rush him home. Leanne tells Nick she knows Sam is worried about his exams, but feels there must be something else bothering him. Still concerned, Leanne later confides in Megan Walsh that she senses Sam is hiding something. Megan tries to reassure her, insisting that Leanne is probably worrying over nothing. In Coronation Street, Maggie Driscoll's latest scheming plan is about to unfold, and an unsuspecting victim is set to walk straight into her trap. Maggie is currently hiding two major secrets from everyone around her. The first is that she was responsible for killing her husband, and the second is that her son shares the same father as another resident of Weatherfield. The risk of this shocking truth coming out grows next week, when Maggie learns that her grandson, Ollie Driscoll, has started showing interest in Amy Barlow. For most people, this wouldn't be an issue, but for Maggie, it creates a serious problem.